Well, g'day FSG, how are you today?
Hello, Args. I'm doing all right, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you, not too bad. A little bit of a shift in our work this week. We're moving into a bit more arable. We've spent a lot of time in the fields doing some grass work, so moving over to getting some crops planted.
We've got a little window, planting window, so we're going to sort out the fields on this bottom farm, aren't we?
Yeah, so we've got the wheat fields which are behind me, where you're looking, which we're going to put those back into wheat. There's the small one over, I can't remember the number, but the small one we're going to convert to grass. And then that very first field that we mowed, which is through the cow barn, we're going to plough that up and actually put some arable crop into that. I think some winter wheat into there as well.
That's right. Yeah, it's a better sized field, isn't it? So we think it's probably more cost effective to have some crops in there rather than grass. And we've got a lot of grass now in the bunkers and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, make it worth our while getting the combine and everything through gates and header on and all that sort of thing. So, but yeah, we definitely have plenty of grass still floating around. So, I guess that's the plan. We'll see how far we get through getting the fields prepped, some lime on them, and whether we can get some seed into the ground.
That's right. So I'll pick up the ploughing this week as you did it last time.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
And you can go and have some fun with the cultivator, and we'll probably want to get some lime on them as well, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we've got the spreader in the shed there, so should be able to get some lime on, and we've got this convenient buy point here to fill up with all our seed and lime and whatever else we need. So
that's right.
Should work out well. We'll keep an eye on each other over the fences.
Yeah, definitely. And okay. I think that's probably the first time I've driven the T7 as well. So
is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Funny you say that. I don't know if I've used the case much. So
yeah,
there we go.
There we go.
That's why you're wearing New Holland clothing.
Branded appropriately.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, mate. I'll get to it and catch up with you soon.
Okay, mate. Have a good one.
Yep. Talk soon.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back here to Aghalee Farms with the Farm Sim Guy and myself. Now, as you just heard, we're going to be running around in the case here for a wee while. We're going to put this wonderful looking power harrow on the back and give this a spin. I haven't, after not doing any ploughing for some time, I haven't actually used a power harrow on FS22 much either, so I'm kind of looking forward to trying this out. So we'll jump up in here, get it hooked up, and go straight out into the wheat field next to us. There we go, back in here. Now we should be able to get that hooked up. Now, is this a folding one, or is it actually this big? Press the fold button. No, that's actually how big it is. So we're going to have to be a little bit cautious going through some of these gates. Fingers crossed it's narrow enough that we can get it through these gates, because a few of them are not that forgiving. Let's just have a look. I did hear FSG go past before. He's got the plough and heading out. I'm not sure which field he was going to do first. Probably the small one here, which is the other part of this field. So we'll bring up the map just as we get through here and just have a look at what we have to do. But let's just double check that we can fit this through here. Now, can we see over that side? I think we're clear on that side, and we look like we're just clear on that side. Look at that. Perfect. Alright. Let's just get ourselves out here. We'll get ourselves set up, but we'll take a look at the map before we get into it. Right, so just taking a look there at the map. So we've got field 58 there showing up as needing ploughing. You can see that's FSG. He's getting all lined up and ready to go. 56, we're going to replant with wheat. 58 is going to be wheat. Now 60, which had wheat in it, we're going to power harrow that as well, but that's going to be converted into grass. Because it's such a smaller field, not really worth trying to get a combine in there all the time. And then 61 here, which is a big grass field, we're going to convert that into an arable field. So we're kind of going to end up with 56, 58 and 61. There's a gate through here, so we have easier access into that. And those will be our kind of wheat fields. Grass here on 60. That leaves these 4 up the top here. They will all be grass. And then looking down here, we've got some plans for these fields. Obviously, that was wheat. That one's been ploughed, and we're going to get down and plough 22 at some stage, but that probably won't be till spring now. But first things first, let's focus on what the job at hand is, which is to get in here and get some power harrowing done. Now, I'm just trying to think how we might tackle this. I really want to do the headlands last, actually. We do have GPS on this tractor, so let's jump on over here, get things wound up. We might just start working here next to FSG in the field. So get that lowered down, turned on, and get into it. Now, I'm not sure what speed this is going to go. Actually, that's going at a great clip. I'm pretty impressed with that. 11 kilometers an hour. That's pretty impressive. I thought it might have been a little bit slower. Let's just try quickly get a GPS line set up there so that we can work the field. There we go. That should do. Get that stopped. Get turned around. see if we can work back down the other way on one of these rows. Okay, our GPS line now I will need. Turn the lines on, make sure we have our width set correctly. There we go. You can see our line just there, so we'll line up with this one. Press go on that and carry on. Leave the headlands, we'll run around those last and get everything tidied up. So, here we go. FS2's ploughing, I'm power harrowing, and we are getting fields prepped, ready to be planted very, very soon, hopefully today, with some winter wheat. So, I think there's nothing left for it. We will jump into a little bit of a montage. We always say we don't have time for a montage on this series. Well, this episode is going to prove otherwise. As FSG says, doesn't matter whether it's a montage or a time lapse, so long as I'm not talking, it's a good thing. So there you go. Right, no love lost. Anyhow, let's carry on. We'll see you once we're a bit further through. Last little bit of the headlands here, and we're going to be all done in this field. FSG's finished the ploughing in that little strip over there that he's been working in, and he is heading into the big grass field. We're going to head on over into the small grass field, small wheat field that we're going to make into grass, and go and get that one done. I'm just going to head on over here next to this hedge and just get this last little bit. This field gets very, very close. There we go. Very, very close to the hedgerows and up onto the sheds and that up the top. So not sure whether we're going to be able to plant that close or whether it'd be wise to plant that close, but we'll make sure we've got all that field done. There we go. Right, get that turned off and let's head on over this way. Oops, one little piece down here we'll better go and pick up, and that will be all done. Race through it. This power harrow is doing a power of work now. Actually, one thing before we do go any further, I need to go and get some diesel. It's just looking there, and once again we're flashing red. So we'll head on up into the yard, go and find some diesel, and then we'll get down and get started into the other field, get that done. There we go, we're filling up with diesel, so good supply of diesel down at this yard as well as at the other, which is handy. Doesn't matter where we are, we'll make sure we've always got some diesel, and that is us full. So let's jump on back up in here, head on through this gate this time. Hopefully we can fit through this one. It was a tight fit actually when I was in third person view like this looking at that other gate, but there we go. In fact, I think that one feels a little bit bigger. There's FSG's ploughing. He's done an excellent job in there, getting that all cleared up, and as you can see, he's now there in that grass field, getting that one done. So, just to squeeze through these gates, and jump straight into this one. So, a little bit of a time lapse, I think. Best way to do this, get it done really fast, and we'll see when finished. Probably be straight into some lime spreading, because I think we'll get this done well and truly before FSG is finished in that one with the ploughing. So, should work out pretty well. He can get into some seeding and follow us around behind the lime. So, let's get into it. Well, it didn't take us too long. You see over the fence there, FSG's making some good headway on that field, getting it ploughed, which is good. But that will be us all done here once we just get along this last little piece. Like I said, not too long at all. Now, a few little spots, for whatever reason. Yeah, one, the wheat didn't get harvested, but we're going to be proven wrong now. But a few of these spots, I ran over them with the power harrow, with the tractor, and nothing happened. There we go, there's one of them. So, for whatever reason, if you wonder why there's a little bit of wheat floating around, maybe how we set the map up in the first place, we used a little bit of easy dev to seed some fields, if you want. Perhaps that's caused some issues, I don't know what it is, but anyhow, there we go, that's all those. Open, there we go. All those fields done. So we are going to go, we'll give this a wash off, don't want to leave it looking like that, and then we're going to hook up to the spreader and get some lime put onto the field. So we'll go and see about getting that all sorted out and getting into it. There we go. It's getting rid of all that dirt off there. I'm pretty impressed actually with this power harrow. Did a mountain of work, got through it really quickly. Makes me sort of want to use some of the bigger ones. I know there's a couple that sort of fold in half, a little bit wider than this, and really, if you can work at that speed, you're going to motor through the fields pretty quickly. So not a bad option actually, giving that a go. Quite enjoyed it. Right. That's looking nice and clean. We won't worry too much about the tractor because that is going to go and get very filthy when we're spreading the lime. So let's go and get this put away in the shed and go and hook up to the spreader. Right, so we've got this wonderful looking Sulky X50 spreader here on the back. It's got 4,000 litres capacity. Now this is one we've actually modified to take lime. We did add the line of code in the XML file to be able to use it. It is a fertiliser spreader, but we've modified it so that we can take some lime. And we've got our lime fertiliser seed buy point just here. We'll just squeeze past and you can see that. So I'm hoping the tractor with the weight on the front, we do have that weight sitting there. What is that? The 2300. I can't remember exactly how much that weighs, but I'm hoping with that weight on the front there's going to be enough to counteract the weight of the lime. Lime can get very, very heavy. So we're going to jump up in here, we'll get it loaded up, and fingers crossed we're not going to have egg on our face and pull a wheelie out of the yard. So there we go, you can see we've got the option of lime or fertiliser, so we'll start getting that filled up there with some lime. Keep an eye on the weight of the tractor. This is starting to lift us up and go down. I don't actually have this up in the air yet, and well, I'm a little bit nervous that this is going to get a little bit overfilled. In fact, we've only got the 3,200 litre capacity, not the 4,000. Let's see, just keeping those wheels on the ground. That cover put on, see what happens as we drive forward. Alright, it's handling it, it's managing it. So we head on out into the field out here, and if we bring our mini map up, we should be able to see. We're going to get some detection there for the lime. Now, just to keep it a little bit more realistic, we will adjust the spread width on this. I'm pretty sure this is one that also had a adjustable spreader width. There you go, you can see that done. Now if we bring this up here, currently spreading 50 meters, so we will definitely use some Control Z, bump that back down to probably about 17. That's about all we need. 15, actually 15, we'll go for the minimum that it will spread, and that's probably going to be our best option. Now we've got automatic application rate turned on, so it's going to work there for that. Increasing pH to optimal level for limey sand. Right, let's get that turned on and see how it's going to run. Pretty good so far. Right, there we go. It's working. It's actually spreading. That must be... feels more than 15 meters, but it says it's 15 meters, so we're going to have to trust the process. Right, I probably could have actually carried on and just taken this little track out of it and just gone across it, but building things up, of course, it won't know what to increase it for. It does pH, it doesn't need to know what the seed is, it's just trying to get to an optimal level. So let's just carry on. Another good opportunity for a time lapse here, getting this lime applied. We're chewing through it pretty fast, so there'll be plenty of running back up and forth into the yard and getting things filled up. So let's carry on, see you when we're done. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
So I've managed to spread lime on all the fields down here already, apart from the one you're working in. I was thinking I might just head up to the other farm and go and throw some on that ploughed field up there.
Okay, no, sounds good. I'm making progress here, but it's actually a bigger field than you realise, this one.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't sort of want to dominate all the work, so I thought I'd leave you to do some seeding, but maybe I'll get things. If I get that field spread and you're still ploughing, I'll get the seeder set up and ready to go.
Okay, mate. Alright, let's do that.
We could even have a swap too if you wanted to have a bit of a change of scenery.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah, we'll see. Well,
All right.
I'm battering on here for now, and then, yeah, come and see
Okay.
when you're back.
Okay, cool. I'll go get this field done and see you soon.
Okay, mate.
Alright.
Catch you in a bit.
Well, there you go. We've raced through getting the lime done down there. It has not taken long. We've got the spreader. It is capable of doing up to 50 meters, but like you saw, we bumped it right down to 15, which is the bare minimum, but it still has got us through those fields pretty quickly. I'm liking it, actually. I think it's a really good option. We're only just managing to keep the front wheels on the ground. Probably almost need a slightly heavier weight, but this is the only tractor we've actually got a 3-point linkage on. Well, I think one of the Fords might be, actually, but of the T7 in the case, this is the only one with the front linkage. So the only one we can put the weight on. So it's actually, yeah, it's working out pretty well from that point of view. Right, stop just here, run over and traffic, nothing coming. No, it's quite a little lane. Get that opened up and we'll head on and do this field. It's probably going to take a couple of trips back and forth to top up, but it's not too far, is it? Didn't take us long to get here at all. So we'll power on, carry on doing this, and then we'll see about getting things set up ready to get some crops planted. Right, well there we go. That is that field all spread with lime. I was chatting to FSG while we were doing that, and he's not too far away from being finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the 8210 here. I'm going to take the feed mixer off it. We're going to get the seeder all set up for him, and hopefully once we've done that, he can come over and make a start on the seeding, and we will go and get the lime spread in on that field and let him go with the seeding. I think while he's busy doing that, because obviously we're not going to have anything to do, we might bring a couple of loads of feed down for the cows. They've got some. Let's go and have a look in here. There you go. They've got, what have they got? 22,000 litres. So they're plenty fed, but we do want to make sure that we keep on top of it, so there's no harm putting an extra load or two in both the cow barns. So let's get this unhooked, go get the seeder hooked up, and come and get it filled up with some seed. Right, that's that all hooked up. We'll just get it lifted up off the ground there, off the floor of the shed. We should be able to nose our way out. Pretty tight, but that's working pretty well actually. Just have a look. We won't try and turn out that way. In fact, what we can probably do, very carefully and cautiously, back our way around here, and keep going all the way around. Find the seed. Now, so the seed refill is over here in the same spot, so we should be able to just stop there. Get that opened up. Open the cover? It does. Right, let's see about getting some seed in there. Perfect. Right, there it is. That is all filling up with seed just perfectly. Now, no lime, no fertilizer spread or anything on this, so it is just purely seed. There we go. That is all good to go. So we'll leave that somewhere. I don't know where we're going to leave that. Probably leave it out in the other field over here. In fact, we'll just park it. Actually, we'll just go and park it up here in front of, or next to the case. That'll be the best spot for it. And then we'll be ready for FSG to go and get some planting done. We've got this little wedge up in here still to do, a little bit in there. It's getting into these sort of annoying little angle parts, and then a little bit on each side with the headlands. But let's jump out and have a chat to him.
Hey mate, you've been busy?
Yeah, well so have you actually. I mean, you've been busy in one field, but you've definitely got a lot done down here.
Yeah, no, I was just actually saying on to the chat of just nice, relaxing, but with an element of keeping your wits about you on the turns. But it's been good, yeah. Yeah,
you're getting into those sort of annoying little parts of the field, though, the little triangles, which feel like you're turning more than you're actually driving.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'll start on liming this one if you like while you finish it off. The seed is all ready to go once you've finished. It's sitting in.
Oh, amazing.
In the yard on the 8210, so ready for you to jump into. While you're doing that, I might just go and give the cows a bit more feed.
Alright, that sounds good. So just remind me, we're wheat in here, we're wheat in the other two, and then the field below us here, that's the one that's going to be grass, isn't it?
Yep, that's right, just that little one, just save us having to try and drag a combine and that into that field. It was a bit annoying last time.
Excellent.
Nice
Alright,
one.
I'll get this done and yeah, we'll regroup again.
Sounds good, keep doing the good work.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright, see you soon.
See you later.
Alright, there we go. That is him staying busy. There's still quite a bit left to do in this field. Anyhow, let us head on up this way. We'll try and get a GPS course set up. If it doesn't matter if I go on the grass. It's already been, well, it hasn't been ploughed yet because that'll still get the lime into the ground. So we'll just set ourselves up a little over on this edge. I'll get a GPS course onto the field and just get it done. Nice to have all of this all finished off and planted, so we'll see how we go. Not sure if we're going to get them all planted tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. But there we go. That's up and going. Get along this way. Be a good spot just about there. Try and get some GPS going. Get an A point down. That should be our B point. Turn on our lines to have a look at. Perfect. Look at that, right on the edge of the field. Couldn't have done that better if I tried. Right. Let's carry on, get this finished off, and then we'll be into giving the cows a bit of food. Well, there we go. I think that's us all done with the lime. We've covered some fields, covered some ground, and it has been quite a successful little exercise. We'll just head on back in here now. I'm actually contemplating whether we should actually go and give FSG a break altogether. Just finish that field off. I know that he will be sitting in there and wanting to get the field finished himself. It's a pride thing. It's a I don't know, this feeling of achievement that you've spent so long in a field that you want to get it finished. I was the same when we were ploughing. He offered to finish that field, so we'll have a chat. We'll go and ask him if he wants us to take it over and he moves on to something else, or whether he wants to see the end of it. But before we do that, we'll get all this lime washed off the tractor, make sure it is nice and clean, and then we'll plan on heading down to get the animals fed.
Hey mate.
I was just about to say, I was impressed you were pulling up to the pressure washer and then you walked away.
I was going to do it. I thought I'd get the job done first and then come and wash everything at the end of the day.
Good idea. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
Good on you. Yeah, tractors are ready to go. Full of seed. It's got wheat in at the moment if you want to change to grass or whatever you want to do first.
All right. No, I'll crack on with the wheat, get the big stuff out of the way, and then finish off with the grass field.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. See how you go. You probably might not want to do it all today anyhow. Save something next time.
I was going to say it could be quite a big job, and if you're away next week, I might jump on and maybe finish some off next week.
I'll be here. I'll be back by then.
Oh, will you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. No, we'll be all good. But yeah, get into it. Good job on the ploughing though.
Yeah, it took a while, but it was worth doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
We'll get payback later in the year.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Right. Well, I'll leave you to that. I'm gonna grab the feed mixer here and just make a bit more food up for the cows.
All right, mate. I'll chat to you in a little bit.
Yeah, have fun. See you soon.
All right, see ya.
Here we go. FSG is off and going to go do some planting now. Be nice. I thought he probably would. Head into those couple of smaller fields, get those two knocked out of the way. Then maybe next time we can get in and do some of the other ones. So he's just going to drop that down there and get straight into it, which is good. Right, so we're going to head on down to the other farm. We'll get some more feed mix made up. Maybe do a couple down there and bring a couple back down to this one. So we'll get down there and have a look at what the situation is. So just having a look, we've got 3 silage bales in there, a couple of straw ones, so that's fine. Good amount of silage still to go. We'll pull all those out and get them used. Then just taking a look in here, obviously we've got plenty of hay, plenty of straw in this. What have we got on the front there? Hay bale as well. So plenty of silage, plenty of straw. These grass bales are still fermenting. They're only at 38% fermented, so we've got a little bit of time to wait until they're ready. Now, of course, the plan was actually to take the silage that's out here in the bunker and actually use this in our feed mix. It's still fermenting. Let's just have a look. It's probably, in fact, it's 0%. Hasn't fermented at all yet, so it's making me a little bit nervous because time has progressed a little bit since we got this covered. We are still in the same day though, so fingers crossed that is going to work. Be egg on my face if it doesn't. Anyhow, we'll keep an eye on that. But for now, we are going to go and pull those 3 silage bales out and make up as much feed mix as we can for the cows. Of course, if it doesn't ferment, we do have this as a bit of a backup, and I'm sure we will come up with a solution to fix that. Anyhow, let's jump in here, get some feed mixed up. In fact, let's just take a quick look at the animals. So they're both at about the same. We've got the pen here, which is 21,000 litres, and the other one's got 22,000 litres. So they're both sitting at about the same capacity of food, so it doesn't matter which one I feed first and which one I give the most to. So if we can get 3 mixes made up, we might maybe take 2 down to the other farm while we've got the time, and 1 for the cows here. But anyhow, we'll jump into JCB, we'll get some food mixed up, jump into a time lapse doing that, and we'll see you once we've done a little bit more. well, there we go. That's the cows all fed. Well, not all fed, but we could definitely give them some more. There's plenty of capacity in here, but I've got enough food to keep them happy, and we are now completely out of silage ready to feed them with. So we'll have to have a look at what we do with that. But just saying to FSG while we were chatting, how helpful and useful that telehandler is down here. It's so good for getting in and around. That shed, not so much because of the size of it, but just being able to pick up multiple bales, get in there, it's just perfect. Just perfect. Right. Well, that's us all done down here. We're all fed. What I might do, I was just looking at that feed wagon, that pickup wagon out there. I might grab the case. I was going to leave it down here, but I might grab that, run that feed wagon, or pickup wagon, sorry, back down to the main yard, get it put away down there, and see what FSG's up to. See how he's going with the seeding. With FSG, still hard at it. Not too much of this field left to go. He'll be over there and done. Still got this little bit here to do, and then the grass into that field and the wheat into that one. So still got a bit of time. I don't think we're going to get much more than what he's done now, finished today, or at least in today's stream or video. So while he's finishing that off, we're going to do the right thing. Go and give this tractor a bit of a clean off, get rid of all this lime off it. I mean, it's partly my fault. I went and limed the field while he was still working in it, so let's get this picked up, give it a wash, give it a clean, and get it put away. Well, there we go, plough disconnected. We'll get that left there. We'll go and put the tractor away, and then we'll go and keep an eye on FSG, check out how he goes with getting that field all finished off. Get this backed in here, probably a good place. Squeeze it in here next to the combine, so we can manage to back that trailer down there, no dramas. Right, there we go, that's a good spot for that tractor. Just leave that there, make sure we've got probably not enough space to be able to open our door. Just try and rearrange that a little bit, so just move over just a touch. There we go, close enough. We're not touching the combine. Now that's a little bit better. Should be able to hop out of the tractor and get things closed up. Here we go, lots of space, and still plenty of space there next to that. Right, let's go and see how he's getting on. There we go, he's all finished, coming in like a raging bull.
Hey mate.
Well, that's one field done. You've got 3 more to go. What are you hopping out for?
Stretch my legs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Stretch my legs.
Good job. Good to get this one planted.
Yeah, it's going well. It's going well.
Nice one.
I do think though probably enough for this episode.
Absolutely.
So we might save up the others and do them at the start of the next one.
Yeah, that's right. I was just checking the planting calendar. We've got through to October, end of October, to get the wheat in anyhow. So we're not under any urgent time pressure.
No, not at all. And then we've got some. We've got to do the rinse and repeat up at the top fields as well in the next episode as well. Yeah,
we do. We've got some other stuff to do up there. So plenty to keep us busy. That's for sure.
Always is. Always is.
Excellent.
Well, that's been another productive episode, Args.
Yeah. You know, we're racing through things here, so it's been good, enjoyable, as always.
Yes, indeed. As always. As always. Well,
right.
You have a great week, mate. And
yeah,
I'll,
likewise.
Catch you next time.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, talk to you soon.
All right, take care, bud.
Yeah, mate. Bye.
Cheers, bye.
Well, there we go. A productive episode. I thought it was worth jumping up in the drone and just having a look. Wheat planted in there. Got wheat to go in this little sliver of a field and in the big one over the other side there. And then we will go and get some grass put in that little field, and that will keep us nice and busy. We actually have that other little grass field just up there is also ours, so we've still got plenty of grass around. Add in the ones down by the river, and we're not going to get short on anything for the cows anytime soon. But like FSG said, another fantastically productive episode, getting a lot done, which is thoroughly enjoyable. And I hope you found it thoroughly enjoyable. As always, thank you all very much for watching from the Farm Sim Guy and myself, and we'll catch you in the next one.